another dish. How we doing? Good, great, grand, and wonderful. You are about to witness the very worst critique on the 5 deadly venoms that you could ever hear. But I have a schedule to uphold. I'm all hopped up on Pedialyte, Dayquil, NyQuil, Z-Quil, heroin. just to be able to fucking... I shouldn't be doing... It's going to take a lot out of me. And I'm going to miss everything. Because it's so great that I know it's going to be... The movie's so great that I know what's about to come next is... I shouldn't even be doing it. And like I said, if there wasn't a deadline, it's a self-made deadline. But it's a deadline, nevertheless, that we were going to get through this goddamn awesome box set in a timely fashion. And where hell, things don't normally, well, for me, they don't normally work out the way that I think they should. Anyway, so forgive me for words cannot express. I'll just get this out of the way. For whatever comes next, words cannot describe just how not only fun this film is, but kind of important and culty. In fact, I believe the film was listed as number 11 on Entertainment Weekly's top 50 cult films list. I'm curious to know when that issue of Entertainment Weekly's top cult fit, because if it was like when it came out, I don't think Entertainment Weekly existed then, but if it was when it came out, then that probably wouldn't be saying much, but I don't think it was. Probably should have researched when that issue, and let's just say it was in the past 20 years. I still think that number fucking 11, if that article came out in the past, that's really good for what this movie, because I mean, it's a kung fu film. Cheng Cheh, Kwok, of course. Kwok and Cheng Cheh at the helm again. I mentioned it on the other... What is this, the 9th installment? Yeah, this is the 9th one we're doing on this box set. But no less, if you didn't listen to the other ones and you're just listening to this one because I feel so bad for you if you came for some... all I can give you is passion for the project. Critique's going to have to wait. Maybe be another day. But if you've been listening to the previous shows or have not... 255 films, I think, Kwok has written, and Cheng Cheh did 95. Just, he's... Cheng Cheh was the leading martial arts director in Hong Kong in the 1970s. Now, with close to 100 films to his name, he's influenced other directors such as John Woo, Lu Chiaolong, and other Hong Kong stars like Phillip, Kwok, and on and on and on. But that's from IMDb. This is, I know that I mentioned in Chinatown Kid that may be one of his most polished, but this one, there's something, like, to me, would it be fair to say to some of you cats, anime fans, could you say that this could inspire some of that? I'm not saying anything, I'm sorry, Dayquil, NyQuil, heroin, but, like, I don't know, draws a lot of inspiration to the anime that my friends try to get me to watch now and then. At least when I take a gander at it, I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to be that guy, though. It reminds me of this shit, so I can't watch it. Well, why does that? That doesn't make any sense. No, because it reminds you of something that you like, you should watch it. I'm working on it. I'm pretty good at it, but sometimes, whatever. I think it's just a cartoon thing. It's very... The only cartoon I watch is South Park. Archer. There we go. That's it. End of list. It's kind of like the best Oscar. The movies that the Oscars, I'm sure, in Encanto, is that what it was? That won Best Picture. I'm sure it's good. I'm an adult, and I don't have children. And I'm single. I'm not going to watch Encanto. So, like, come on. Anyway. But... If you listen to the other show, this film, it's one of my favorites of his, by far, like leaps and bounds, just because it's so... Dude, who are the 5 Venoms? Fuck it. You got Centipede, wriggly and quick. This style is a nice blend of defensive and offensive posturing. The strikes are so fast that it's almost as if he has 100 arms and legs. The weakness of his style is revealed by young Cheh. is to attack both the opponent's upper... Oh, we can't be giving that away. Jesus Christ. Anyway, you got Centipede, you got the snake, the mouth, the venomous fangs emulated in precise finger motor control, designated to aim for the target's vulnerable spots with pinpoint accuracy. On the other, the stinging whip of a rattling tail. Okay, we can't give away how he can be harmed. And then we have number 3, the scorpion. The scorpion represents a double threat. Kicks in the scorpion style are just the stinging tail of the namesake. When delivered by a master, a single kick can paralyze or even kill, let alone the strong pincher-style attack of the arms to contend with. He has deadly skills with the darts and some stars as well. Number 4, you got the lizard. All of this is coming from Wikipedia, by the way. An emphasis on speed and climbing. The lizard style is best known for its ability to adhere and walk on walls. NyQuil. Jesus. And can fight with ease in such position. I'm literally, I'm doubling over. This is, even to sound like this right now, to try to... Because if I wasn't trying to be animated right now, oof, you can't sell a show like that. So we're just going to have to sell it on heart, kid. On heart. Oh yes, the lizard. He can walk on walls and can fight with ease from such positions, even maneuver in such a way that can rebound off such sources to both dodge assaults as well as strengthen his own attacks by way of free-falling motion. And we're not going to talk about the weakness. We got the toad. Toad's number 5. Toad is number 5. So what do we got? The 5 venoms. What do we got? With centipede, snake, scorpion. Centipede, snake, scorpion, lizard, and now the toad. The toad is invulnerable to just about any form of damage. Includes blades and puncture. They are also extremely strong and can bend solid metal. And the rest of the paragraph is about weakness. But the 5 deadly venoms, right? 1978 Hong Kong martial arts film directed by Cheh, starring the Venom Mob. And if you've listened to any of the shows prior, I've mentioned them with the exception of the gorilla, the gorilla man, the mighty Peking man. I've mentioned them, I think, 95% of the shows. Produced by Shaw Brothers Studio, of course, because this is the Arrow video release in the Shaw Scope Volume 1, 9th installment that we're doing here. Because I don't just review the box set and just, come on and go, the Shaw Scope, that was great, and say a couple things and then go about my business. No, I feel if a distributor is going to be nice enough to let you to review that, you put in the work for all of them, even if it's mediocre work or not. You put in the work on all of them. So we're on the 9th. Anyway, point being is we've mentioned the Venom Mob on the show. Just me, or the voices in my head. Just me. I've mentioned the Venom Mob. So what's the plot? The dying master of the powerful Poison Clan dispatches his last pupil, Yang Ti, on a crucial mission. Worried that the skills he's taught are being used to evil ends. So he orders Yang Ti to trace a retired colleague Yun and warn him that the fortune he amassed from the clan's activities is under threat from the 5 of the... There's another thing, too. The pop culture references this movie has fucking... Kill Bill... I mean, you should know by now that obviously Tarantino loves fucking Shaw Brothers, if you've seen any... But, more than that, Tupac, fucking Wu-Tang, anyway... He's got to warn him that the fortune he amassed from the clan's activities is under threat from 5 of his former pupils. Centipede. But are they all bad? Centipede, snake, scorpion, lizard, toad. Are they all bad? Which is another cool aspect of the film, which is the Yang Ti, the hunt for him. Which is... the whereabouts and true identities of these masked warriors and decide which, if any, he can trust to join him on his mission to save the treasure. We must find the treasure. The 5 pupils are Centipede, Snake, Scorpion, Lizard, and Toad. Centipede and Snake were the master's first and second pupils and knew one another. So, giving some away there. That's okay. It's okay. There's big reveal at the end, and there's some brutal. The choreography is second to fucking. You want to know why the choreography is second to none? Well, one, you had the Venom mob. So, Sheng, Sun Chien, Phillip Kwok, Meng Lo, Feng Lu, Feng Ku, Wang Lung-Wei is in this. Again, like if you've listened to the previous shows, just all the people. That's why this, and it kind of deviates from the like laying heavy on like the period, like a historical piece, which a lot of anyway. I like that it's comic booky, I guess would be the general modern way to put it, which makes me actually feel sick to say that. I don't think it. I like to redact that. If I go back and listen to the show, which I never fucking will, but if I were to go back and listen to the show, I'd be like, what the fuck were you talking about? Five Venoms is kind of comic booky. I mean, maybe kinda, or is that just because it's colorful? I don't know. Anyway, who else do you have in this? You got Wei Dick, Sun Shu Pei. There's too many. There's too many. And what's cool about these is they'll like double in fight scenes. So if they're not in the scene, like one of the big names isn't in the scene, they'll just double in another scene of fight sequence that's taking place, which is just hard work, dedication. Floyd Mayweather, right? What are you? I'm not saying anything. The fucking Dayquil and double dose of NyQuil and ZQuil. I might die tonight. But hey, I went out on 5 Venoms. Out on 5 Venoms. That's still sad. That's still sad. I didn't just for. I know we live in a fucking. Relax. I didn't take a bunch. I am sick, and I did take some Dayquil, but I didn't. Just calm down, okay? Don't put me on watch. Don't put me on unlife watch. Isn't that what we say? Isn't that the modern what we? It's called unlife, unlive, something like that. Whatever. I won't call it the S word. If before he dies, the master teaches Yang all the weaknesses of the 5 styles in order to give him a fighting chance. So now Yang Ti, he's on the prowl. He's looking. He's hopefully played by Sheng, one of my favorites, by the way. I want to tell you some of my favorites of his. Calm down, John. Here we go. They just love it. Music by Frankie Chan. Anyway, back to Ching Shen. Yeah, dude. 5 Venoms, Flag of Iron, Masked Avengers, Brave Archer. I guess Brave Archer wasn't. Invincible Shaolin Temple. Okay, we get it. Hand of Death. All my faves. Oh, those weren't all my faves, but yeah, there's so many. There's so many good Shaw Brother ones. Urge you to check it out. Anyway, the Centipede and the Snake come to the Yoon family house to steal money before proceeding to butcher Yoon's entire family. Wait a minute. Before proceeding to butcher Yoon's entire family when he refuses to divulge the location of the fortune. So now we got some trouble afoot. A witness sees the Centipede at the house. Oh, we're giving away some just huge. That's all right. Whatever. Fuck it. Later, the Scorpion. Oh, they're really good. You don't even reveal the. Oh, I should have read it beforehand. We can just pretend you didn't hear that. Pretend you didn't hear that. Sun Chien, we'll say the actor's name. Well, now all you have to do is Google it. And a lot of you do Google it before you watch the fucking film, don't you? Ugh. I don't even watch trailers. Can't do it. I haven't mentioned that in a while. Hey, newcomers! I will walk out of a theater if a trailer to a movie starts to play that I know I'll see. Like a Christopher Nolan film, a Tom Hardy film, I'm walking out the fucking theater. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, whatever. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I'm sorry. And I will walk out that motherfucking theater. Let alone watch trailers online and shit like that. You kidding me? Why would you want to ruin that shit? So anyway. Now that I've ruined one of the reveals, you don't know how it's going to end, even though that's a bummer. Let's see what else. The corrupt judge sends the lizard away on government business while Snake pays off. I should have just used the character's name because they don't go by that. God damn it! All right, no, you already gave it away. The corrupt judge sends the lizard away on government business while Snake pays off an officer to make the witness commit perjury, telling the judge he actually saw the toad and not the centipede at the scene of the crime. The toad refuses to confess, of course, his kung fu initially rendering him invulnerable to their, to their attempts at torture, even when the snake tries to use a special torture device in order to counteract it, which, by the way, that device is a bodysuit of fucking blades and needles to cut through Toad's invulnerability. Which, and it's done pretty brutal. What happens to him is not pleasant. Using a special torture device in order to counteract it. However, when that fails, the unseen, not going to ruin it, cripples the Toad by throwing a pair of darts at his weak points. You want to know where his weak points are? In his fucking ears. So you see two blades go. First, this man has to wear a pin bodysuit, and then to make matters worse, he gets two blades into the ears for his trouble, which all of a sudden the snake fucking takes advantage of and kicks that ass because he was having trouble. He couldn't do it. Snake was trying to beat the Toad, but the Toad kept one-upping him prior. Anyway, now vulnerable, the court subjects the Toad to further torture, leading him to pass out, after which his signature is forged on a confession. So we have foul play, don't we? Foul play. With the Centipede acquitted of the murder charges, he goes free, even though he's a motherfucker. He's a motherfucker. There's one death in, well, they do it two times, but one death in particular is pretty brutal. That the Centipede and the Snake Man. You'll see how it comes together. Even though it's making me wince, knowing that you kind of know it's a little too much right now. We're in too deep, though, are we not? We're in too deep. Skip that. The lizard supervisor, Chief Constable Ma, tries to encourage him to forget the issue, but the lizard refuses. After identifying the lizard and seeing his righteousness, Yang finally introduces himself. And the lizard, I believe, is played by Meng. Am I off my fucking rocker here? Is he? Hamina. Meng Chu Kiao? No, come on now, kid. Come on. They be lying to you on the internet sometimes. Go on now. Yeah, Phillip Kwok. Was it Phillip Kwok? I don't know about that. Anyway, the lizard and Yang T finally reaching to it. This is great. This is going great. The lizard and Yang T are now going to find out just who they think they know. They think they know where the snake and the centipede and possibly the scorpion. It is possibly the scorpion at this point. I feel bad that I've ruined that for you because that is a reveal. Because he doesn't. I mean, even though they're trying to figure out. I mean, if you're a fan, you knew, right? But even if you hadn't seen it before, if you're a fan, you're like, all right, well, if he's the fucking scorpion, right? But if you're, a newcomer, you're like, you know what, man? He said it sounded kind of like anime. I'm gonna fucking watch Five Venoms, and I'm gonna start my fucking Shaw Brothers kung fu, deep hole that you're gonna go. And it's deep, and you're gonna go deep because you're gonna want more. But anyway, that's it's a great play. It's a great play. It's a great reveal. And all throughout this, by the way, there's like 15 fights. I cannot stress enough just how good the choreography, how much better the choreography is now compared to, let's not disrespect, 85% to 90% of what we see today, and 98%, 99% of what we see in the States. Period. Like what's released, what's made here. It's, we have to go to Indonesia and fucking Malaysia to get fucking, in China to get awesome choreography. But I mean, now you'd be like, yeah, but those explosions look pretty cheesy or like a car chase. Yeah, but I'm not here for that. That's just a personal preference. I've seen enough fucking car chases. I've seen enough right hooks by the fucking giant man who's defending his lady. I've seen it. Not that these are any different, but let me see more than one right hand. That's all I'm saying. Let me see more than a car crash or some fucking... Like, the gunplay in John Wick's great, obviously, but outside of that, it comes and it goes. Mostly it goes. So, what else have we talked about here? We talked about Centipede acquitted of the murder charges. God damn it. He goes free. We're in too deep. He goes free whilst an officer suffocates the toad and hangs him in the cell to make it look like he committed suicide. Can you believe it? So as if the toad didn't fucking have enough torture inflicted on him. That's how he met his end. It's brutal. I thought it looked uncomfortable as shit. Well, yeah, he's hanging, man. He's dead. But how it's executed, how it's presented to us, makes it no less uncomfortable. What am I talking like? What is happening right now? After identifying the lizard and seeing his righteousness, Yang finally introduces himself and offers to work together. Yes, Yang T, though hesitant at first. The lizard eventually agrees, and the pair work of techniques to defeat their other pupils, or defeat the others. As Yang and the lizard prepare to confront the centipede and the snake, the chief constable arrives asking to join them. You know who the chief constable is? It's son Chien, the actor. And if you've Googled him by now, that's where the reveal, like well, it's not even the reveal. You know, right? But we haven't seen any of his shit yet. Like, we've seen the other guys fight. They've revealed themselves to the audience, right? Who they are without their masks. That's another thing cool. That's cool too. Like the opening sequence, you are gonna love it. I think it's on Netflix right now. I think it's on Prime right now. But fuck all that. Buy the Shaw Scope Volume 1 box set from Arrow. I'm telling you, fuck it. Streaming's cool. Gives everyone an avenue to fucking get their stuff presented, right? Something like this, the quality's just better. That's all. It's better on the hard disk. Until they put me in the dirt. Prove me wrong that 4K on a disc isn't better than 4K streaming. I have the nice shit. It doesn't look better. It doesn't sound better. So, if you don't want to, you're like, I don't know that I'm going to spend that money on something I haven't seen before on your word. Okay, that's fine. My word is shit. Especially I've not only have I put together a piss poor show, but I've ruined a lot of the major plot points. It's no less fun. If you go to Shaw, in the end, if you're going to Shaw Brothers for the plot, I feel we've missed the mark. You know, not that you can't get into the plot. Sometimes the plot, it's awesome. You know, but at the end of the day, there's a lot that are there's more than a lot that are redundant as far as like what we're doing, like the story aspect of it. And you know, at the end of the day, you're not here for that, right? You don't go to, though John Wick tells a good story. Actually, I can't say anything because I thought that the second one was going to be shit and it was really good, and then I thought the third one, well, here's where they'll fail, and it was pretty good too. So we'll find out, but most of the time, the good guy's got to get the bad man. Isn't that what all movies are? Yes, to some extent. But buy the box set or fucking stream it. I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you want. It's on Netflix and Prime. If you have one of the, watch Five Venoms, and you'll thank me later if you've not seen it before. And if you have seen it before, I don't know how you've stayed this long, unless you were just like, this dude's a fucking train wreck. You would be 100% right. My head is throbbing right now. My head is throbbing right now. I'm nauseous. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Why even do it? You're right. You're fucking right. So let's wrap it up. However, during the fight, he reveals himself to be the Scorpion, which was the chief constable, and admits he intends to kill everyone and claims, I don't think that's true, the Yun fortune all for himself before jumping into battle. Oh, we need to back up a little bit. Another thing that's cool is just the mini little training sequence of figuring out how they're going to defeat the pupils, as in Yang T and Lizard. I don't know. It's kind of, It's very on point for Shaw Brothers, but very superhero comic book ass type. I don't know. I'm trying to speak a little bit more modern. That's the only way. But tell me I'm wrong. If you don't put an age on it. If you haven't seen this movie, tell me I'm wrong. You're right. I am wrong. Fuck me. Fucking terrible. So what else we got here? Yeah, came from Shaw Brothers. What do these awesome discs have besides the awesome artwork on every single part of this box set? We got the brand new 2K restoration of both films from the original negatives by Arrow Films. Uncompressed Mandarin and English original mono audio for both films, plus Cantonese mono for the Five Venoms. Newly translated, and the other one we'll be talking about next, which is nope, not going to reveal the title. We'll just say we got a two-parter for this. We got a 2 within the 9 or however long this fucking box set is going to go. Newly translated English subtitles for both films. Cannot express, as someone who got into it a while ago, and, God bless Arrow Video for helping us out. Like, I would order stuff from Hong Kong. I don't know if they were bootlegs. I would assume so. But the subtitles bad, or even the ones that we did get, like that were released here, subtitles terrible, just terrible. I'm like, what the fuck? They're not talking about that right now. I mean, I can make it up with the imagery. I can tell what's going on in an action film. I got it, but I don't know. Like, fucking make it hard. I want to learn about the culture. What are they actually saying right now? I'm not saying they don't do it sometimes, but sometimes it's rough, fucking rough. Brand new commentary on the Five Venoms by critic Simon Abrams, which was, I listened to that one. That was good. Interview with star Meng Lo, this whole time, Meng. Filmed in 2003 by Frederick Ambrosine, which he's done a lot of these featurettes, talking to the old crew. That's most of them. A lot of them are still alive. Cheh. No, they're not. Why did I? Just fucking holy cow. Cheh, The Master, a featurette about the director, produced by Celestial Pictures in 2003. I think that's a good. These bonus features, hours, and it's all good. That I went, like, where I want to keep turning it off, like, you shouldn't be doing this, you got other shit to do. No, fucking good. Hong Kong and U.S. trailers, blah, 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 trailer, yeah. Awesome artwork again by Five Venoms and Crippled Avengers by Chris Malbin. I'm trash. That's the first time that I mentioned who the artist was on the box set. You know what? Fucking we'll do it right here, right now. We're going to do it right here. So King Boxer, the artwork inside the box set is awesome. That was done by Darren Wheeling. Yes, we are. Boxer. And if you didn't hear the previous one, this is a good fucking refresher for you. The Boxer of Sheng Tung, artwork by Jacob Phillips. Reading from 4 feet away. Good for you, kid. You're 50. 5 Shaolin Masters of Shaolin Temple. Well, 5 Shaolin Masters was by Chris Malbin, and Shaolin Temple was by Matthew Griffin. Mighty Peking Man, artwork by Jalian Yates. Probably not saying that one right. Probably not. Challenge of the Masters, Executioners from Shaolin. Oh, so good. Those movies are so good. But the artwork, so strong. Artwork for Challenge of the Masters by Han Sheedy. Nope. Ilan Sheedy. Artwork for Executioners from Shaolin, Tony Stella. And like I said, artwork for the Five Venoms and Crippled Avengers. God damn it, gave it away. Crippled Avengers. Chris Malbin. All right. Let's end this fucking, I am sorry. No, I'm not. Not at all, actually. I'm not at all. Sorry. That's ridiculous. Be sorry for something like that. You're welcome. I died on stage for you to live tonight. Shawscope Volume 1, released by Arrow Video. Ellis Cinema. Get this fucking box set.